At the peak of European club football sits the Champions League, the modern iteration of the European Cup. Lifting that trophy is the ultimate validation. But there is a highly exclusive club of men who have conquered this tournament from both sides of the touchline, once as a player and later as a manager. We know the names in this lineage, names like Johan Cruyff and Zinedine Zidane, or Pep Guardiola and Carlo Ancelotti. While these modern legends are household names, the man who first proved this transition was even possible has largely faded into the historical background. That man was Miguel Munoz. Long before the era of the modern supermanager, he spent 2 decades building the foundation of Real Madrid's winning culture from the pitch and the dugout. Born in Madrid in 1922, Munoz was an area local who initially failed to catch the eye of Real Madrid scouts. He spent his early 20s working through the ranks of smaller clubs, representing Logroñés and Racing Santander to prove he belonged in the top flight. His breakthrough finally came at Celta. After leading them to a 4th-place finish and scoring in a major cup final, Real Madrid finally brought him home in 1948. By 1955, the European Cup was born. In the competition's first-ever match against Servette, it was Munoz who scored Real Madrid's opening goal of the tournament. He went on to captain the side to consecutive European titles in 1956 and 1957, eventually retiring at the age of 36 with a trophy cabinet most players would envy. Having secured 4 league titles and 3 European Cups as a midfielder, Munoz had already established himself as a club legend before he ever considered coaching. After a brief stint with the reserve team, Munoz was promoted to head coach of the senior squad in 1959. Results were immediate. By leading Real to the 1960 European Cup title, Munoz became the first person to win the tournament as both a player and a manager, a feat that wouldn't be matched for over a decade. Domestically, his record was even more dominant. Over 16 seasons, he led Real Madrid to 9 La Liga titles. This included 5 consecutive seasons where no other team could touch them. He capped this era by securing his 2nd managerial European Cup in 1966. This 16-year block of success transformed Real Madrid. It moved the club from being a contender to an institution where winning was the only acceptable outcome. Success at a club like Madrid often raises questions about whether a manager's brilliance is simply a byproduct of their resources. Munoz answered those questions with the Spain national team. Taking over in 1982, he steered a struggling squad all the way to the final of Euro 1984. 2 years later, he proved it wasn't a fluke by leading Spain to the quarterfinals of the 1986 World Cup. These deep runs with the national team demonstrated that his tactical approach could produce results across different formats and player pools. When Munoz passed away in 1990, he left behind a coaching standard that would take decades for his successors to approach. In an industry defined by short-term results and high turnover, his 14-year, uninterrupted run at the helm of Real Madrid remains an anomaly in elite football. His total trophy count was so vast that it remained the club record for 50 years, only being surpassed by Carlo Ancelotti in 2024. Today, when a legendary player moves from the pitch to the dugout to chase European glory, they are following a trajectory first